Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, Mariah May immediately jumped ship.
I've got all the details on Mariah May joining WWE.
Nick Khan is cashing out.
And a huge update on WrestleMania returning to Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Adam Wilborn.
I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the news.
Okay, let's kick this one off by talking about the person of the day, I guess. Mariah May, the person of the day.
That's her nickname.
You can do a little rhyme. It is not a crime. That was a crime. She's in the Fed now.
Yes.
And she debuted last night on a show you might have heard of called NXT. She was on that show. So basically there was kind of like a promo train segment where JC Jane, and I almost called them Toxic Attraction.
Yes.
Fatal Influence were in the ring. She's got her newly won NXT championship. It was a big surprise last week when she beat Stephanie Vaquer. There's a bunch of people out. They're all laying claim to the belt, to the gold. The lights went out. And my brain is still wired to think Sabu when lights go out. Rest in peace to the great man. But when they came back on, Mariah was on that perch thing,
the like eagle's nest or whatever it's called,
thing, whatever you call it, the one William Regal used to stand on and go, "War Games."
Yes,
she was up there. People recognized her in the building immediately. She said, "Finally arrived." And you're looking at the next champion, or words to those effect. The best women's division in the world has just gotten more glamorous. So an interesting facet of this. We'll go into the backstage stuff. Her name, I think, was quite an interesting facet of this.
They didn't say it.
Yeah, it was like Ricky Saints when he debuted. It was like an absolute star or whatever.
There she is!
Yeah.
Look who it is!
It's the woman from England.
We all know her name. We don't need to say it.
And they've uploaded a little video of her like hanging backstage saying it's about time. She's tweeted, and she do be tweeting.
Oh,
she
yeah.
loves a tweet.
She has been.
She tweeted saying, "Honey, I'm home." It's no huge surprise. The report came out last week, the definitive report from PW Insider, and then Fightful like 10 seconds later or something mental. They were very close that Mariah was done with AEW, although her representation said, no, she's still under contract. Of course they did.
Yeah. I think her contract ran to the end of May, is that right?
There you go. Clues in the name. Should have seen it coming. But yeah, they kind of put that out there, and it was like immediately clear that she was going to WWE. It's been in the offing for months. People have been speculating about it for months. Now she's finally there. It's her childhood dream.
Yes.
It's probably her adolescenthood dream, her adulthood dream.
Yeah.
There's all those old tweets that people found of her going, I hope I get to meet Triple H from like 10 years ago or whatever. And it's like, hey, it's what she wanted. It's what she wanted all along. So no huge surprise. And look, I said it on the video when I covered that story last week. I think like short runs are kind of good sometimes.
Yeah.
Like she was on AEW TV for 18 months, and from beginning to end, she was a major player with the biggest player in the division, and she went out on her back in one of the best matches of the year. Kind of a perfect way to end. Good luck to her. Good luck to her in the Fed. Yeah,
she had a brilliant run in AEW, and I hope for the best for her within WWE. And to provide a bit more details on this and sort of explain away what's been going on. No real surprise from anybody involved. A, like you say, that she jumped to WWE. It was, kind of on the cards for quite some time now. Yeah. And B, that it's NXT that she showed up in. I've no doubt she could walk onto Raw and SmackDown. Yeah. She's no need to get any training or whatever, or
you gotta learn how to work.
Be introduced to this audience. It's Mariah May. People know who she is. But with all the recent goings on with people being called up, like Stephanie Vaquer and potentially Jordan Grace very soon as well.
Ricky, apparently, too.
Yeah, Ricky Saints, formerly Ricky Starks, of course. We all know his name.
Yeah. There he is!
no great surprise that she showed up in NXT rather than Raw or SmackDown. But yes, all the details on this were kept very close to the vest yet again by WWE. She signed a multi-year contract again with WWE. The specifics of the deal not really coming out just yet, but a very tight circle knew officially that May was on board ahead of time. The plan for a long time has been to have her on NXT, and basically no one was told in that segment that, like you said, had the new world champion JC Jane and the likes of Lola Vice and Lash Legend, Kalani Jordan, and of course Jordan Grace. They were all basically told in Gorilla. By the way, you're going to be interrupted by Mariah May at the end of all this. Yeah. Try and act surprised. Most in AEW, expected her to head to WWE. And yes, AEW obviously wants to keep her around, but no details on the exact justification for the deals not taking place. But you mentioned it's a childhood dream for her to work in WWE.
Yeah.
The same sort of applied to Stephanie Vaquer.
Yes, yeah, who turned down, I believe, a higher money deal to sign there. So.
But yeah, no reason to think that she's departed AEW, obviously on bad terms. I think the door will always be open for her for what she did there in that amazing 18-month run. But very excited to see what she does on WWE now.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, there was plenty she could have still done in AEW. I think the Mina feud was too short. Like,
yeah, I agree.
It was like they did this champagne celebration with the turn, which was a good angle, and then the match was like 2 weeks later, and that was it. I know a lot of people thought that when Mina signed with AEW, maybe Mariah would come, because Mariah tweets pictures of her with Mina all the time. She's what she does. She was tweeting photos with the belt for ages and ages and ages. She just likes winding people up, I think. And fair play, that's what social media is for. But yeah, they could have done more there, but at the same time, I feel like anything she would have done after the Toni Storm feud, which was so acclaimed, would have felt a bit lesser. And it's not to say she couldn't have done quality work. It's just like, that's kind of perfect. 18-month run.
I agree.
It's kind of perfect. In this era of like 5-year deals and like wrestlers being warehoused after like the first year of that, it's kind of refreshing in a lot of ways. It's also good for the wrestler because it means if they raise their stock, they can go over here and get whatever they want from the other company. There's talk that maybe it's a bit lower money in WWE for Mariah as well, and maybe that. But like, I mean, it's her choice. Who cares? I mean, that talk might be BS. It might be complete nonsense. Who knows? So yeah, like I'm sure AEW would have wanted to keep her around, but it's what she wanted. This is good. This is healthy. A wrestler leaving your favorite company isn't always evil.
No, exactly. And if you're wondering what's going on with Chris Jericho in AEW, we're going to bring you all the details on that later on today in the afternoon.
Where's he? What's he up to? He's not on TV. We know that. Nick Khan. Nick.
Oh, is that what Jericho's going to be doing?
Yeah, I'm remixing.
Tagging with Nick Khan.
Yeah, Nick Khan and Chris Jericho. Wow, that'll be a weird tag team.
Yeah.
Nick Khan, I mean, he's...
You just made the list, and therefore you're getting released.
Oh, yeah, God. Yeah, you're on my spreadsheet. That's what Nick Khan says. Well, to be fair, right, Jericho slowed down a bit over the years. Nick Khan is very quick. Like, I've never seen anyone appear so quickly as he did when that woman fell over when Steve Austin.
Yeah. How much is it going to take?
He just materialized. It's like he warped in. Hello, I'm Nick Khan.
I understand there's been a problem.
Yeah, what's going on?
Anyway, how about my friends here? Take care of it.
Wonder if he's doing the Star Trek crossover. They teleport, don't they?
I believe so. I'll have to check out more on Trek Culture.
Yeah.
Brilliant Star Trek channel.
Shout out the whole Trek Culture crew. I almost said Q.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, Nick Khan, he sold a bunch of stock.
Uh-oh.
Nothing to be worried about. Or nothing like to indicate that he's leaving or anything nonsense like that. He has sold, this is part an SEC filing, secret emergency... Coffee, yep. He sold about 28,557 shares for a value.
That works out of about a few million?
Yeah, $4.5
Yeah, I thought so.
So he's $4.5 million richer.
Brilliant.
Last summer, he did the same. Like last July, he sold about 22,000 for about 2.3 billion. So it shows the value of the shares today is much higher than it was last year.
There's me checking my national lottery thing. Rollover, is it?
Yeah. So Nick Khan's an interesting guy. He's the president of WWE, and I think he's the CEO as well. So he's very high.
He's nearly the final boss.
He is almost the final boss.
Not quite, though.
He's the end of level boss.
Yeah.
Nick Khan. You get hit by the ATV and he shows up and beats your ass. That's what he does. I wonder if he can do a lion salt.
I'm sorry, you can't complete the game, but how about a payoff?
Do you think he can do a lion salt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he can give it a go. So he's an interesting guy in a lot of different ways because...
I'd love to see it, regardless.
Yeah, me too. He becomes like, I feel like in a lot of these public situations when like people get released or whatever, and it's like TKO Nick Khan.
Yeah.
He gets the boogeyman kind of backlash to these situations, and I'm sure he doesn't care. Like I've heard interviews with him. He seems very secure in who he is. He's
a man of business, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a businessman. And also like. a lot of the times it takes the heat off of Triple H. Like there was the story, I think it was yesterday, about how TKO said we need cuts. Triple H chose Carlito and R-Truth, and obviously Valhalla as well, I guess. Now that her contract's not getting renewed, Triple H always seems to get away with it, and people go, Nick Khan, you've done it again.
Hey, he has to have some say.
Yeah, and I get it to an extent because he is higher up than Triple H. But yeah, it's a whole chain of command thing. I think that Nick Khan just wanted $4 million. I don't think he's going anywhere.
I think he's seen, I don't know, a nice house somewhere and gone, I can pay for it in cash if I sell these bits of stock.
Shows up with 2 bags.
There you go. Is that going to take care of it? Sorry, I had to give one of the bags of money to a woman who got ran over by an ATV at WrestleMania. So, little low ball on the price.
You will never hear from her again.
Yeah, I don't think it's one of those things where I think it was yesterday, I saw people tweeting about this. It's the same thing as everything else. Oh God, Nick Khan's leaving WWE. No, he's just selling some stock.
He just wanted to be richer, didn't he?
They all just want to be richer.
Yeah, he is like the epitome. If you've ever heard him like speak, he's like the epitome of like grind set.
He loves this.
He loves this stuff,
going
man.
Nowhere.
He did an interview recently where he was like, never hire anyone who puts out of office emails on. I was like, what are you talking about?
What I do, because I kind of agree to a certain extent, Andy. I'm not a guy who takes holidays. What I do is what I like to call like a mini retirement. So I like retire from my job for about a couple of days, and then like, all right, back to the grind. That's what I do.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Gary Neville for that mindset.
You know what I do? I split my day into 3 days.
Oh yeah,
hours.
Yeah, you're crazy if you don't. I saw this one. My day begins at this time. What are you talking about?
My first day begins at 6 a.m.
Is it 6:12, 12:6, 6:12 again, and then 6 hours sleep?
And this guy's like, after a week, I've lapped you.
Boom. You've been your ass, and a whole month you're in touch with me.
Yeah.
You're insane, mate.
I love nonsense like that. What's that guy in the UFC? Beast in 25-8.
I think you're right.
What's that?
Look, if you can't get on this grind set, then maybe this news isn't for you.
Yeah, it's arithmetic. It's arithmetic, bitch. We just grind much more.
Right.
We in the trench, you on the bench.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it works.
We'll be flying over you and not private. I don't know. Anyway, let's conclude by talking about WrestleMania in Las Vegas.
Hey! That's behind
It all went a bit quiet. There
it is.
The chain.
Big boy move out
It
the
all
way.
went very quiet, and me and Michael Hamlet dropped our arse a little bit when, obviously, there's the whole report a few weeks back that, like, sorry, New Orleans, you're not getting WrestleMania next year. You're getting Money in the Bank, but not really a fair trade-off. And everyone went, oh, right, it's going back to Las Vegas because of... And then it all went very quiet, and a lot of people, myself included, got a little bit worried. Well, Brian Alvarez on Wrestling Observer Live has given us, thankfully, a big update on WrestleMania 42, saying, as of today, they're still not confirmed for anywhere, but this morning they cleared several hurdles that were in the way of WWE going to WrestleMania again in Las Vegas. Vegas is apparently making a lot of concessions to clear the way for WrestleMania. I was told as of today it is almost a done deal. It's all that stuff that we kind of heard people speculating on, basically. There was an issue with the stadium. There was an unannounced concert that was basically going to be so close to WrestleMania it was going to be like, look, I know we can turn things around quickly, but building a WrestleMania stage in like 2 days, I'm not too sure about that.
A week.
There was also an issue with the convention center, where they do like WWE World and that sort of thing. But I'm not sure what hurdles were cleared, says Alvarez, but several were this morning. It's looking probably very, very shortly we're going to get the news that next year's WrestleMania is officially in Las Vegas, Nevada. Whether or not they want to hold off and make a big announcement regarding it on SmackDown, the SmackDown before Money in the Bank this weekend, we will wait and see.
Maybe during Money in the Bank.
Or maybe even, during, maybe The Rock could come out and say, you remember when I said New Orleans? I lied. It's Las Vegas. It's a weird one, this, and I always have to caveat this because I understand, obviously, if you're someone from New Orleans or you're excited about going to WrestleMania in New Orleans, this is disappointing news. Yes, you can still go to Money in the Bank or what have you, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Nevertheless, for us, this year's WrestleMania in Las Vegas was one of our favourites. Thank you once again to everyone at the Luxor, at all the MGM Grand Properties, HyperX, Aurora Bar. We had such a good time, and so... going back there next year is kind of all right by us. But I get the frustration.
Yeah, I get it. I also don't care. Selfishly, I had a great time. I can, whatever. From a fan's perspective, I do understand. I say I don't care. I care about everyone. I'm a very empathy guy. Yeah, good. I mean, this concert, I imagine it'll just be a case of, hello, concert. How about we give you $20 million to piss off?
Yeah, let's think of a number and you can go to the Sphere or whatever.
How about you go to New Orleans or something? I don't know.
If I had a concert, I don't care, if we had a big enough band or whatever, and it was like, what do you mean we're not going to play the Allegiant? If someone said, we'll pay for you to do the Sphere, I'd be like, that's kind of all right.
Yeah, all right. double the money, as the Dire Straits once song. That's their famous song, Double the Money.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Sultans of Soccer. What's going on here? It's the same old thing with the Las Vegas Mania. It's the same analysis as before. I understand why people aren't so much into it. I am hugely biased, and I'm extremely excited for this development. It was a perfect experience for us.
So much fun, yeah.
10 minutes from the airport to the hotel, 15 minutes at most from the hotel to the stadium.
You could walk to the...
Yeah. Oh. All of our gigs and stuff that we did were in the building.
And a roller coaster that goes through a hotel. Did we mention that part?
I tapped out of that one. I wasn't feeling brave. Maybe next year. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
We'll get you on the old Strat as well.
My favorite thing about the whole Vegas thing was figuring out how weird the signs in some of the casinos are.
Yeah.
Because it was like
designed to get you lost.
There was one where you guys went to the roller coaster and I was like, I'm going to get some ice cream or something. And I just went down the stairs and it said roller coaster that way. And I was like, no, it's over there. Just come from it that way. It's fun. It's fun to like...
The sign might as well say, oh, well, looks like you lost. Yeah. Want to gamble?
Yeah. Spend some money. I think I like kind of figuring out stuff like that. It's like, marketing stuff. Good stuff.
Think Las Vegas is a little bit concerned, though, because the amount we clean that town out, they're going to be struggling by this time
those millions we took home on the dynamite machine.
Yeah, the little... it's so much fun.
It's unbelievable. I was going through customs and they're like, sir, why have you got 5 carrier bags of cash?
I also love the randomness of the machines. It's all like, can you milk the fat pig or whatever? And then it's like, okay, Buffalo crazy! And then my favourite one is like, you know what would be the nicest thing for her memory? The Whitney Houston machine! It's so weird. I love it.
Kung Fu Cow, all that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's there. He's actually, I heard some bad things.
Can you find the golden turtle?
Where on earth is the pissing otter?
This time next year, we're going to get a WhatCulture gambling. We're going to get our own one. Can you find 6 Simon Millers with a jackpot?
Our stuff is kind of golden, so there you go. Buy some leftover tour merch.
We'll be back with more news later on today. We've got
on the show.
All over the place.
It's gone off-piste, but you too can go off-piste by watching this video about facts from WWE in the 1980s. Just get lost in it, man.
Yeah,
it's good.
Don't take the piste.
Yeah.
Go
Check
it out. Bye.
Bye. Bye.